You are now listening to the Peace Talks podcast. I am Andre, one of your hosts here with
Alex Garrison.
And today we have some news. Alex, can you start us off?
Yes. So, Meet Me in St. Louis is the musical that the Peace Theater is hosting right now. Opening night was last night. We also have shows tonight at 7:30, tomorrow at 2 and 7:30, and Sunday at 2 as well. Please come and see the show. It is a very humorous, fun, child-friendly, family-friendly musical that the theater department has put a lot of work into. Also, for some sports news this week, the women Pacers for women's basketball defeated CNU 82-68 this past Wednesday, which is the first win over CNU in program history. Congrats to women's basketball.
And also on Saturday, November 23rd, men's basketball has a game versus St. Mary's College of Maryland at 3 p.m. at the Herman Athletic Center.
Also, tonight in the Aux Gym here on campus will be this year's fall cocktail from 9 to 11 p.m., I believe. Peace students do get in free, and you can bring guests 18 and over, and it is $5 cash at the door for those guests. There also will be a cash-only bar at the event for those students 21 and over. Please come to that event. Campus has put a lot of work into it, and it should be really fun.
We've had some new upcoming, I call it, inventions on campus this year. And one of those is the Immersive Learning Center. We've been in there a few times doing the peace times. And by the way, the newspaper is out. Get your copy wherever you see on campus. It should be on every floor in every building. So get your papers, comment to us on social media about how you feel about it, and we'll get back to you on it.
A lot of good stories about everything on there, some good content. And all of our social media is listed on the print edition. So yeah, comment, follow us on all of our social media. So to talk about the immersive learning that has been going on campus, the new area that they've built on campus is called the Collaboratory, which I think is a pretty clever title. Andre, what do you think about the Collaboratory?
Well, just a lot of collaboration. Get it? Hold on, wait. No, but on a serious note, it seemed like it's really about to be a good place to actually go and do work at, and it seems like it's about to be a lot more coming to it besides what's there right now. So it's really exciting. For people that like to interact with stuff, you can actually go in the little room and write on the walls, write on the desk. It's pretty cool.
It's really cool. Yeah, I enjoy it. I think a lot of classes from different majors. I know women's studies classes have been in there. Like you said, the peace times, we've been meeting in there. And I know a bunch of other clubs and classes have been meeting in there lately since it's opened because it's just a really cool area. All the walls are glass from what you can see. So everyone who's in the library can see in, which is kind of cool because you can see all the fun that's going on. The doors also move. Did you know this, Andre? You can move the walls to separate that big room into two different rooms.
Yeah.
Which I think is pretty cool. But overall, I think the area is a really cool space. It definitely, when we have our meetings in there for peace times, I feel like a lot of the students are more engaged because you can write on the walls, which is really cool. In addition to that, though, they redid the entire second floor library, which is more immersive learning based too, because they have those new study rooms, which I don't think they had before.
I think they had
one or two.
They had a couple of rooms you could just go in and chill out at, but now they have rooms with actual whiteboards, and one has a couch in it.
Yeah, and plugs and chargers in there. They're really cool. I used one of the study rooms for one of my exams a couple weeks ago. Have you used any of the study rooms yet?
I have not been to the library other than peace times any of this semester, so.
Fair enough. Well, for finals, since finals are coming up, if you want to use one of the study rooms, they're really cool. I actually did really good on my exam that I used the study room because when you go in there, it blocks their noise blocking rooms, so you can't hear anything when you're in there.
Yeah,
it's kind of nice.
Walls.
Yeah, soundproof.
Gotcha.
They're really cool. And I really like the new setup of the entire library. I feel like the way it's set up with all the different tables for tutoring is really cool. It's more accessible for people who need help up there.
So in other news, go to it if you need a place to chill out at, want to study, and just experience something new on campus. And it's probably going to be a lot of new things that's going to come out of it. Maybe some rooms that you can do recording in or filming some stuff in. So
that'd be cool, yeah.
And maybe just ask Chris Bourne. Maybe he'll think about it and actually want to do it in the future. So you never know what you get if you ask for it.
We do have an article, I think 1 or 2 of them in the print edition that came out for the Peace Times yesterday about the Immersive Learning Center and Chris Bourne. He has an interview in here as well. So if you have any questions about that, don't know a lot about it, either go talk to Chris Bourne, who is located on Second Floor Library, or please take a look at the Peace Times because we do have a few articles in there about the Immersive Learning Center.
All right. The news we have all been waiting for. Graduation.
Woo!
In May of 2020, me, Alex, and the other members of the Peace Talks podcast will be leaving.
We will be. I think Bergen's the only one who'll be staying.
And now that I've said that, what is your, I guess, greatest and worst moment at Peace?
Ooh, let's see. Ooh, I will say, I think freshman year altogether was probably my worst at Peace. I had a lot going on that year. I had some roommate issues. I got injured with softball and had to get surgery. I would say that entire year was probably my worst, which is a long time for it to be your worst for your college, but it's definitely the worst. If I could block out freshman year and like redo it, I would totally do it. My best? I don't know. I think last year I was a pretty good year. I don't know. I mean, like, just like one moment that would be my best for college would probably be like creating the podcast, because I feel like that's a really good thing that we've developed and hopefully will continue to going on once we graduate. But we'll see if we can get people to take over for us. What about you? What's your best and worst?
I guess since I haven't gone here throughout all my years of college, my worst years will probably be like somewhere else. But I really can't remember, like, because I could say my worst time of being in school in general was, in my opinion, high school.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I hated high school.
Me too. I really liked middle school, not high school.
Just a lot of things went on and a lot of things happened. Not too crazy, but it was a growth experience, but I hated high school.
Yeah, I agree.
But my best time at Peace, I guess, doing the podcast and getting into filming and film. That's what I can say. It's not a specific, but I can say my best because I didn't realize I had another outlet besides what I was already doing.
Yeah.
And once I got into film, and started to figure out, I'm still figuring out how to actually get in to work, all the aspects of that. It's pretty cool how I can tell a story with a camera or by editing pieces of film from somewhere else. So it's pretty much my best.
That's good. That's a good best one. So kind of going off of that, since we are talking about graduation, do you know what you're doing after graduation?
Probably going to be working 40 hours a week somewhere.
Oh, do you know where you want to work, what you want to be doing?
I just know I'm going to be working 40 hours a week with a side job and just getting as much money as possible so I can move out and start on my other venture. Fair
enough. Yeah, honestly, I'm a little scared for after graduation.
I'm ready.
I mean, I'm ready, but it's also like, I know what I want to do. Like, I know I want to do journalism. I just don't know where, because like my family's in Tennessee. But like I've lived here for 4 years. Like I love Raleigh. But I don't know if I want to stay here. I don't know if I want to go there. I don't know. I think I'm just going to apply to jobs and hope for the best. But like, I really don't know. Like, obviously I want to be working, so I can, money, it's important. And so I can like live on my own, all that stuff, support myself. But I know it's not always that realistic right out of college. 'Cause like, yeah, it's just not always that realistic. So I'm hoping for the best, but I think we're just going to apply and see what happens.
Well, I guess some advice to you is basically take whatever you get. Not take whatever you get, but where your career takes you, just follow it.
Follow it, yeah.
It seems I don't really follow the journalism route of careers, but it seems like y'all travel quite a bit.
Yeah, which is fine with me. But so yeah, I think I'm just gonna take it in stride, and wherever it leads me, that's where I'll end up. We'll see. But I'm excited for graduation. Senioritis has kicked in fully. How about you? Has it kicked in yet?
No,
Okay.
I'm going to the finish line.
I mean, I'm finishing it out. I've still been doing my work. I haven't had any late assignments, nothing. I'm still doing everything. I'm just, it's slow. It's getting slow. I'm like, the closer it gets, the less I want to be doing stuff. The more I just want to be sleeping and doing nothing. But I mean, we're chugging away. Do you have an internship yet? Have you?
I already did in the summer.
Oh, okay.
So,
Yeah, no, I still haven't done my internship.
Yikes.
I have an internship like that I'm going to be doing. I just haven't done it yet. I mean, and I currently have an internship. I just don't, like, it's not going to count for credit, so I have to get another one.
Well, to anybody that's actually looking for an internship, start early.
Yeah, for sure.
And do it when it's timely, because I did mine this summer because I knew during the school year I was going to be able to do it.
Yeah. See, and that's, like, I tried doing one over the summer. It was just my family travels a ton, so it wasn't convenient. But because I don't have to take many classes next semester, I have plenty of time to do it, so fully prepared for that. But yeah. What internship did you do?
I worked at a recording studio. So
See, that's a cool internship. That's what I applied for a ton of stuff. Hopefully a lot of cool ones, because I don't want a boring, like, desk internship. I want something that, like, will actually help me with my career.
But do you know what specifically you're trying to do?
Yeah, so yes and no. Like, so I'm a communications major, but I have a minor in criminal justice. So, like, I'm kind of leaning more towards, like, investigative journalism. So, like, that type of stuff because of the criminal justice backgrounds, but internships for that's really hard. So, like, for the internships mainly, I've been focusing on, like, print journalism. So I've applied to a couple of, like, the newspapers in the area. And then I've also, weird enough, I've applied for, like, an internship with a TV station to help with, like, the writing for the scripts. Not exactly what I want to do, but I feel like I did that for one of the classes here and I enjoyed it. So I feel like I'm just testing the waters to see maybe if I can find something that I specifically want to focus on doing, that maybe an internship will help me to focus more directly on that. Yeah, I like honestly, anything journalism based I like. So I don't really have anything specifically that I want to end up doing yet, just something in the journalism field.
Well, this is the perfect time to actually figure out what you're going to do and not want to do. So
that's what I'm trying for. We'll see. Figure it out. I do know that I don't want to do marketing. PR, not my thing. I like the writing part of it better. And I do like videos, like you were talking about videoing, and I like that type of stuff as well. So I think I'm just going to test the waters. I think that's what I'm using my internship for, just to test the waters, see what I like, hope for the best. We'll see. But graduation is among us.
Yeah.
Almost done with this semester. We got one more to go.
Yeah. So
it's exciting.
As to anybody looking for, just don't know what they're trying to do in life ever or in general, just try a lot of stuff. Figure it out. Just keep doing what you think can get you to where you need to be. And if you have another thing telling you need to go somewhere else, just do that. But just keep trying stuff. You're going to eventually find something.
Yeah, I agree. Don't, like, if you have a plan, I feel like, and this is what I'm trying to do with my, like, career is, like, yeah, you have a plan, but that doesn't mean that that's where you're going to end up. So just follow go with what happens. Go with the flow. Like, the world's constantly changing. So, like, something that you have your mindset to might not be exactly what is right for you in that job career. So, like, go where it leads you is what I'm planning on doing. We'll see how that works.
Or if you can, create the new job.
Yeah, that too. So we'll see. Do you plan on continuing to podcast after graduation?
Oh, yeah, I had my own before I even came
I know,
here.
but sometimes, like, people, when they graduate, they stop that. I figured you would, but
it is legitly, like, our brand. Well, my brand, that's not our brand.
Yeah.
It's part of what I do, so it adds to the tool belt of what I already do.
Yeah. Because I know we were talking about before the podcast that we were talking about like if we're going to be doing the podcast next semester or not, and you were saying you weren't because busyness. I get it. My plan right now is to continue doing it, but we'll see. But I started my own podcast with my sisters actually. Thank you. So I plan on doing that like even after graduation. Just 'cause I enjoy doing the podcast. I think it's fun.
So what is this podcast about?
Honestly, it's kind of like Peace Pop. It's about everything. Andre laughing. It's honestly about everything and anything. Just anything that comes to mind. Yeah. Kind of like fun and lighthearted. Nothing too crazy serious. Yeah.
Okay.
I feel like podcasts are really popular now. Like
it's a little too many podcasts for my liking, but
exactly, me too. But I was like, I already bought the microphone. I can't put it to waste.
It's so many, man. And
for real, all the celebrities
corporate.
are doing them now.
Oh.
It's crazy. Like all the celebrities I follow on Instagram, they all have a podcast, and I'm like, seriously.
They're trying to take and oversaturate everything, man. And
I will say though, Andre, I think with this podcast and your podcast, we started the trend. We started the trend. We were doing podcasts before all the celebrities were doing them.
That is a fact.
We started it. Because when did you start your podcast?
I started mine summer 2018.
Okay, yeah. So we started this podcast. My sophomore year. What year was that?
Spring 2018.
I think spring 2018.
Spring
yeah.
2018.
So yeah, same thing. We started the trend.
But I think I remember hearing podcasts that just like started way before, like in the mid 2000s, but they didn't get popular.
But they weren't popular.
Now.
Yeah.
So.
I'm gonna say we started the trend. That's what's gonna be that should be our hashtag for social media when we post the podcast.
That's the title of this episode. We started a trend.
We started a trend. We did. I think we did.
But anyway, as always, if you love and appreciate this podcast, click our social medias, which are the YouTube, Peace Times, Instagram, The Peace Times, Twitter, TBT Newspaper, Facebook, The Peace Times, and on Snapchat.
We're the Peace Times.
Exactly.
Snapchat's not as active as the rest of them, but if you do have a Snapchat, which most people do, feel free. I know you don't, but most people.
Listen.
Feel free to Snapchat us interesting things that you see on Snapchat or anything like that. We would love to hear your comments, questions, any topic ideas you guys have. Yeah, definitely message us, comment, all of the above.
And also, wait. Live podcast is coming Wednesday, December 4th, around 4 p.m. Location will be provided at some point, possibly next week, or you will get an email or you will see on our social medias. But live podcast is coming to you Wednesday, December 4th.
Woo woo. I think that deserves an applause, Andre.
Yes, it does.
Woo! It will be our last podcast for the semester.
And that will be my last podcast on Peace Talks.
Do you have a crying thing or a boo? That could be a boo. Magic.
Wrong button, but
that's okay. We get the idea. Yeah. But yeah, we are still debating on what topics to talk about, but it'll be fun. It'll be engaging. Definitely, we want to see you there. And if you have topics you want to talk about, you have questions for us, we definitely want to get the audience involved during the podcast. Yeah, it'll be a nice, fun way to end the semester, I think.
So if you have any ideas, just hit us up on social media as provided earlier, and we will get back to y'all, or we just maybe put it in and y'all just may not know. So we appreciate y'all for coming out and listening to us today. And this is the end of Peace Talks. Peace out.